Hi, and welcome to this professional learning session for the T-level qualification in Building Services Engineering. This is a new qualification briefing. I'll give you an overview of the qualification. My name is Tom Leahy. I'm the subject officer for this qualification. Topics to be covered today. I'm going to provide an overview of T-levels. We're going to discuss the core component, the topics within the core component, the occupational specialism, assessment and key assessment dates, progression opportunities for candidates. I'm going to point you in the right direction to meeting the rest of the team. And I'm also going to give you some information relating to questions and where you can get further information from on this qualification. So what is a T-level? A T-level is a technical qualification which focuses on the development of knowledge and skills needed for working within building services engineering. It prepares candidates to enter the industry either through employment, as an apprentice, and also allows opportunities to move to higher education courses and training upon completion. The T-level is made up of two distinct components. The core component, which is assessed through an external exam and set project. And the occupational specialism, which focuses on that specialism, is assessed via a synoptic exam at the end of the qualification. Running alongside that, as applicable, is an industry placement, maths, English, anything else set by the panel, and any enrichment or tutorial you as a centre may provide. So the core component is designed to offer the knowledge and skills a learner will need to apply in a variety of contexts related to the industry and those occupational specialisms linked to the T-level. The core content is the building blocks of knowledge and skills that gives a learner a broad understanding of the industry and the job roles contained within there, whilst at the same time developing the core skills they will need to apply when working in the industry. Key topics include health and safety, construction science principles, construction design principles, construction and the built environment, sustainability principles, measurement principles, building technology principles, information and data principles, relationship management in construction, digital technology, construction and commercial businesses, building services engineering systems, maintenance principles, tools, equipment and materials. For those providers that delivered under Gen 1, you'll notice the core component topics are exactly the same. All we've done is we've merged content to remove any duplication. The things you delivered previously will also be delivered moving forward. The occupational specialism, the purpose of that is to develop the knowledge and skills and behaviours necessary to achieve threshold competence within that occupation. Generally, they will cover system installation, system commissioning, system maintenance and system decommissioning, and where applicable, any design. Currently on offer, we have electrotechnical engineering, protection systems engineering, air conditioning and refrigeration engineering, plumbing and heating engineering, gas engineering, and in develop is also the new low carbon heating. Assessment for the core component is broken up into two distinct elements. The core exams, which are exams made up of different question types that include short answer questions, structured questions, and what we call ERQs or extended response questions. And the paper consists of part A and part B. The level of difficulty will increase through the paper with the lower demand questions at the beginning of the question paper to high demand questions at the end of the paper. For the core component, there are two exams to sit. In addition to this is the employer set project. Each project has been developed together with employers in the industry to reflect a realistic type of development, activities and a challenge. The project is made up of several tasks which all relate to the same employer set project brief and tender specification. Again, for people that have delivered under Gen 1, the core exams and employer set projects are very similar with no changes to the core exams. It will still cover the range of qualifications with similar style questions throughout. And we've made some slight changes to the employer set project in relation to task 1.4, the presentation, where we've removed the need to record that presentation, hopefully saving you time in administering the assessment component. Assessment for the occupational specialism. That consists of a project brief presented as a client requirement or a specification of work that is realistic to the occupational specialism that it covers. It's a practical task that involves design, installation and or maintenance. Again, for Gen 1 providers or Gen 1 providers with qualification, not changes within that qualification itself. We've not changed an awful lot. It's just been some, again, merging of some of the OSs. For example, plumbing and heating is now one assignment rather than the two assignments that it was previously. What I want to do is just point you into the right direction of the T-level qualification page. On that T-level qualification page, you will find all the required information for delivering qualification. So you'll have an up-to-date specification that will detail everything that we've got within this presentation and also everything to do with assessment, delivery, etc. It will give you the overview of the qualification itself. Again, teaching resources. So currently we have teaching resources available for all the core components. So that's PowerPoint presentations, learning worksheets. We've got some editable schemes of learning to allow you to prepare and deliver this element of the qualification. In development for the occupational specialisms, there are a range of resources. They should be ready for spring 2026. Again, in addition to what I've just mentioned, there's also sample assessment materials to give you an overview of what the assessments will look like. So that's available on the web link below. Again, another key element are key assessment dates. So T-level key assessment date schedule provides information relating to registration windows and key dates for assessment for each component. So again, for the core component, same as Gen 1, we have two assessment windows, one in the autumn and one in the summer, with the first one to take place summer 2026. And we've also got the key dates for the occupational specialisms, where we've got one assessment window, completion of this component, which will take place from 2027. This is an important document that you need to refer to because it does provide you all the dates in relation to times, dates for exams, and when assessment windows and material releases are given. So please make sure you have a look at that document as you move forward. As I said, we will look at progression for the qualification. So again, successful completion of this qualification will enable learners to progress into a following course, either HNC or HND in building services, and also a range of apprenticeship qualifications. Plumbing and domestic heating, installation and maintenance electrician, low carbon heating technician, gas engineering operative, refrigeration, air conditioning and heat pump engineering technician, and also building services engineering, service and maintenance engineer. And the final one then is building services engineering craftsperson. As you'll all be aware, there's a lot of development within the apprenticeship world, so there will be more qualifications adding to that and a more linked up focus from the T-level and progression from the T-level onto additional programs. In relation to RPL, that's currently being finalised, but it will be similar to Gen 1 of the T-level qualification in relation to the progression routes. Again, this qualification does allow learners to move into university, so it does attract UCAS points. Again, that's currently, as we stand, the UCAS tariff points that are attached to the T-level overall grade. However, please do check the UCAS website for up-to-date information relating to the tariff points. As I said, I'll point in the right direction for meeting the team. So my name's Tom Lee, I'm the subject officer. We also have Siobhan Harding, she's our regional representative who will look after you from a centre point of view. We have Julie Rees, who sits in the background, she's Qualification Development Officer, and we also have Joe Wilson, who is the Head of Work-Based Learning and VTQ Delivery. As you can see, we've got our email addresses on there if you need to reach out and ask any questions. However, I would suggest that you go directly to the T-level inbox because we do have a subject support officer available and on hand to answer any questions or queries you may have delivering the qualification. As I said, for any questions you've got, please submit questions to the T-level inbox. So the email address is on the screen. Again, we have the subject officer sat on the back end of that, and they will provide information relating to T levels, or if they can't answer, they will point you to the relevant person within the organisation. Questions relating to any registrations or exam component bookings, we also have a dedicated email address to answer them questions